Oh my goodness! I swear, I swear, if that shit happens again, ladies and gentlemen, I know. I know people don't know what we're talking about, but if that shit happens again, my God.
Don't underestimate muscle power.
Muscle power in the building. So, before we get to it, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is gonna be an exhibition match, a grudge match between K2J, the Ocean Gangster, on player one side, Sleepo versus 100 Thieves. You've seen these people in the previous tournaments we've had, from the shakedown qualifiers to the battle sequences. There's a grudge match happening, and a lot of pride is on the line. What had happened is that during the lockdown, these players were talking trash to each other. K2J was claiming that 100 Thieves was pathetic. 100 Thieves claims he's won every set against K2J, so there's no better way than to make a money match. There's money on the line, there's pride on the line, there's ego on the line. This is nothing but pride, ego, and definitely is for the bitches. I am being helped and assisted by Fiery G2, the best spawn in the business, the one straight from hell himself. How's it going?
I'm just here to say a few words. You'll hear them when he does the right move.
Oh, when he does the right move. Alright. But I know the first round has escaped us, right? So this match is in the wind. It's looking real good for 100 Thieves right now. But in your opinion, what are you saying about this set? Who's looking strong? Who do you think is gonna win?
Right now, from what I'm seeing, Jax, he's got the tools. He had a good first round. It's just like I think at the moment, 100 Thieves has got the momentum. So OG needs to just take his time and then just advance it. Problem, I told him to absorb projectiles. Absorb.
No, I hear you. Jax does have the tools to kind of deal with the projectile situation, even though the first round is in K2J's favor, right? He's got the tools. All fair and fine. But the thing is, though, the matchup experience. Does K2J understand 100 Thieves' way of playing? Because we can all claim that to beat Scarlet, you do this, and this, but how does 100 Thieves do it?
So sometimes you just have to go all in. Like, it has to work out. Like every time if you go into the tournament, you're going to play with someone random. So just play your best. Just go aggression. If aggression doesn't work, take your time. That's what I get.
You notice what's happening? The first match it was quick as hell. The Gera's pick is already coming out second match. Like, I don't know if I said this now, it was the previous time where I was like, in my prediction.
That was me.
In my prediction, I feel like I was like, either it's going to be 10-5, 10-6, right? But I was like, someone's going to run away with it immediately. And then the second player is going to be playing catch up. So in this case, it looks like I was wrong. I was saying that K2J, the Ocean Gangsters, the one who was going to be running away with the first initial games. But 100 Thieves is the one doing it with Scarlet. And to be honest with you, from what I'm seeing, the tricks that are coming out of 100 Thieves' book is very standard Scarlet play. He's testing K2J's knowledge on the game. He's testing his knowledge on how to deal with zoning, but most importantly, how to deal with Scarlet zoning. K2J's got a lot of experience playing against other characters with similar zoning capabilities, but not so much Scarlet. It's not a popular character. So what can you do? Like, he's picked the Geras. You have played Geras for a very long time. I know a little bit about Geras. Do you think this is a better pick than the Jax pick, or do you think that it's just a matter of K2J getting used to how 100 Thieves plays?
I think the Jax was going to be a better pick because in a close battle, he can do the mix. Unlike Kira's 4-2-1-2, it was nerfed, so it's pointless. So at least with Jax, if it was close enough, he could just mix him to death. So like you said before, I think it's just nerfs. He's just not used to playing against zoning characters. What 100 Thieves is doing is keeping him away. Just playing within that mid-range is not going in close, it's just frustrating. That's all that the 100 Thieves do. When he needs to throw, I mean, we haven't even seen a throw yet. Because like you said again, he's playing zone. He's got that range in check. 100 Thieves got that range in check.
Alright, so I hear what you're saying. The throws are now coming in. one thing from my experience with Geras, and that's the second match. I was about to say my experience with Geras.
The belief has come.
Why I feel like he's a strong character amongst the strong ones is is because the fact that the character has very strong mids. Very few people can boast to have mids that are worth using at all. So the fact that the mids are good, if K2J can gain a little, not even too much, 1 or 2 matches, the fear comes in of, is it forward 2 or is it a throw on wake up? As soon as he can establish that game plan, I feel like 100 Thieves is going to be in big trouble. But adjustments can be made at any time. I mean, K2J made a switch literally after the first match and he's won the second one. It's 1-1 right now. The characters are the same, but I don't know what 100 Thieves wants to do, honestly speaking. Like, what's his game plan against this? I used to be a Scarlet player, I used to be a Scarlet player. I do not think Scarlet wins this match. But you can, I don't know. I mean,
it's like what you said. I think right now, this is like a research purpose for 100 Thieves. He's just testing what does he know with all this character. What is OG Gangster's gameplay? So you just want to see. Maybe he's just going to give him like 4 games. Then he'll bring in the big guns because you now understand this is what he's not doing. He's not throwing. He's not down one. He's not one. Yeah, but OG needs to bring in the mix. That will bring serious fear.
One thing I'm liking now, he made the switch to Blood Drive, which is the variation I used to. Well, I used to use the initial 2. Blood Drive is the one with the cipher. That's more life back in certain hit scan situations, but it's not playing that type of gameplay, the Scarlet gameplay of always trying to get life back, amplifying and stuff like that. But I feel like there is no need to have a teleport in this particular matchup. Substituting the teleport for that siphon, I don't know. But I don't know, it's going to be a tricky match. It's interesting to see that you switch the variation. Caught K2J ducking there. And actually that's going to be the name of the game. Who's going to start neutral ducking more and making the big reads? Because the thing is, I feel like Scarlet at certain ranges actually can punish Sand Trap. Not at all, but at least mid-range, close range, the punish is there. So throwing out Sand Traps willy-nilly might not be the best thing to do. I like the poke.
Yeah, it's the problem with the Sand Trap, like, it's all money. It's not like your Aquaman, all the guys you need to know how to use it. So you see, if 100 Thieves is just footing around, you're gonna guess wrong. You just have to guess right in the Sand Trap. But like I just said, if he's just keeping his mid-range in check, I think it's gonna be a tough match. OG needs to get in close because he's got a command grab mix-up. And down one. Down one.
But don't. Damn it, I've forgotten Scarlet's frames. But I feel like her down one is also a 6 framer. If it's not 6, then it's definitely 7. It's very fast, hence its stab in nature. So when it comes to down one poking, the poke game, I feel like it will be relatively the same. But Geras has better payout.
Don't forget the most important game plan for Geras: the throw. Down one, I block, throw. We've seen it in all tournaments. Throw UT, you lose to what? Half your life?
Yeah.
Then you see a combo, then it's done.
But from what I'm seeing now, we've been talking a lot about the theory, who's gonna beat who's gonna do that. But just been looking at the matches, how they're going right now. One thing I have to give Terrence respect for, which is a dangerous thing to do. Oh, wait, is it gonna fatal? He missed it.
Yeah. It was going to be a damage skin. Once you put in 2 uppercuts, you just drop back, just let him drop in.
And that's it. He got out. Yeah. It wasn't chip. But in this case,
that was a huge risk there, because you know what you would have done? Just uppercut, wait for him to forward roll, then just fatal block, or even up 3 fatal block, because that was his reach. He was in the corner. There was nothing 100 Thieves could do there. Yeah. That was a gamble right there. 100 could have almost taken it.
Well, 3-1, 2-1. The man's running away.
I told you, I said back to back. You're misleading.
Hold on.
It's back to back.
Hold on. Jackie coming out.
Didn't I tell you?
Jackie coming out immediately. No, but the
100.
thing is though, this is 2 cents on first 10 situations. Things can get tough very quickly. Oh, fair and fine. You can lose the first 4 matches. That's fine. But the thing is, if the way these guys are switching characters, in my opinion, the last the last 6 games of the set are gonna be difficult. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you are bringing out all your tricks and bringing out all your characters initially without even getting time to learn what's going on, it's gonna be very difficult to, at the end, like all your gimmicks will be known at the end. There'll be no more surprises. If it's bringing out Jackie now, I'm not too happy about this. Scarlet was okay. It's just that I feel like Scarlet was fighting at point blank range, which is where you do not want to be, especially against Garrus. He was just fighting in the wrong range. You should have found ways to zone him out even more, play around Sandtrap and try his best. Maybe a switch back in variation could have helped. But this, I don't like this pick right now. You could have saved this for later. It's only 2-1. 4-3. So he's gonna 4-3-2 himself all the way to 10-2.
But I do agree with you. 100 Thieves was playing very well with the Scarlet, like you say, keeping that mid. The only like what you said with the Jackie, she requires to be too close. That's the problem.
Yeah.
But he was playing very well with the Scarlet. The one that I questioned the change was very true. Maybe he didn't believe in his Jack. So, but he's doing well with Garrus. He's doing well with Garrus. I don't think he should have changed Jax. Jax was just about him just playing the other setups, the moves that he wasn't just doing, like the hip missiles and then into mix up. That's what he was doing.
The tick throw setups happening. The only good thing, not the only good thing, was 3-1 now. But the nice thing about the Garrus pick now, I recently started.
Your favor.
I
say back to
Hey, he's running away. The thing is, I recently started playing Garrus just for fun and giggles.
He's lying to you. He's maining him.
Fun and giggles.
You are maining him.
Me and K2J have played maybe 100 matches in this week alone. Most of those matches were New Era versus New Era. So I'm hoping that at the very least K2J is comfortable in this character within the scope of his ability. You know what I mean? Within his skill. Whether 100 Thieves is ready for the Garrus now is another story, because I don't think he's had a lot of Garrus experience. Well, in this case, the mids and the down ones are matching each other. This is now just a matter of who's the better player and who can use whose tools better. But I don't know. I feel like New Era, similar to, let's just say, Sun God MKX, if you don't know the player's habits, you can feel kind of robbed. You have to. Yeah, like the New Era player can rob. In this case, K2J can rob Jackie Briggs. If you don't know when forward through, when it's forward 2, when it's throw, and when it's forward 2 tick throw setup, down 4 tick throw setup, down 1 tick throw setup. True. The thing is, though, within these 2 weeks or so, we've been lapping New Era.
What? Say it.
I feel like Sand Pillar is just a move that's there to just say New Era is a variation. I honestly don't see the point of that move. Honestly speaking, I haven't implemented it yet. I'm sure it has a purpose, but Sand Pillar, if it didn't exist in New Era, wouldn't make a difference. I feel like New Era and Eternal are the same thing, and I feel like Eternal is the better variation because it actually has unique moves to the variation that actually matter. Sand Pillar, I don't think it matters. It's a very fringe move against certain zones. In this case, I don't think you'll ever need Sand Pillar.
You see, with the 4-2-1-2 launch, I mean, now you can use Sand Pillar. You can't do Sand Trap
anymore.
So that's it. Another thing is, like, if you get your setup right, if you get your setup right, if you do put someone in the corner.
Tick. 4-1. Hold on. D2, I told you someone is running away with the initial matches. But the thing is, though, I'm now scared that 100 Thieves might not be able to get back.
Come on.
It's a bit
counter pick. 100 Thieves counter pick.
It's just too much momentum at this case. But I was saying that someone would win at least the first couple matches and then it would turn around. So in this case, if I'm correct, it should be 4-1, right? I had said I would predict that maybe 4 or 5 games later the other player would gain speed. Maybe I paid 100 Thieves to make the scores happen. But from what I'm seeing right now, it's I don't know, it's looking really scary. I haven't seen enough from 100 Thieves to like give me hope that he can turn this around. If it ends 10-1, D2, if it ends 10-1, I'm going home shirtless today. I'm just throwing it
Don't
out
make
there.
promises that you can't.
I'm
keep.
just
Don't
shirtless,
make
just like that.
promises
Kate,
that you
Kate, it's now bad because the things I'm seeing, fair and fine. This round from Jackie that just happened, 100 Thieves is showing us some promise, but it's just one round in the scope of things. Can you hold it together? Because the throws, I feel like if you can't neutral duck, bear in mind, good luck taking Geras's throws, because forward to back throw, it's good business for him. If you can't neutral duck his gameplay and escape the forward two, we are as good as dead, in my opinion. So I don't know what he has to do. He has to put K2J in an uncomfortable situation. And I feel like K2J is very comfortable right now. He's willing to take the damage. He's willing to do anything because he knows he's going to get more momentum from his throws just like that.
I feel like the one strength that Andy Thieves got is his weakness getting close. That's the big problem. Right now I think it's a 50-50, but I think Giras has got the more.
That could have been it, but it's fine. You never end. Oh no, there's still a chance though.
Down 3.
Down. There we go. The thing is though, he could have punished that. He could have down one that. But my point is at least it's 4-2. But the thing is, if you're gonna go button for button with Geras, right? Jackie versus Geras, in my opinion, even till this day, Geras has been nerfed, right? But if you are to name two of the best characters in the game, in the top characters of the game, it's still these people. Geras can still be played in a very strong way. You just need to understand the play. If you are not ready to execute, if you are not ready to punish, in my opinion, Jackie's strength decreases.
But yeah,
you have
also
to be willing to. Yeah, exactly. You have to be able to confirm and punish immediately. There's no room for error.
Yeah, no.
Jackie's buttons individually are not so great. It's a potential when you put everything together. Then, if people remember from pretty much the last tournaments we had, one of 100 Thieves' main weaknesses was that he could find ways to opening you up. But the drops and the confirm rate was not good enough.
Like time finish training that time.
Yeah, true story. Shout outs to time finish.
Where
but
are you?
Time finish. But either way, it's back to Jax now. Green in Pareto, obviously, K2J's favorite. What do you think about this matchup? Scarlet is no longer in the mix. He can play. Oh my goodness. He can play Jax's gameplay that he wanted to play. Ripped has been buffed, as you saw it coming out. Jax overall, I feel like, is in a much better place than he was before. Even though I feel like he kinda never needed it. He was buffed.
Yeah.
Jackie, great character. This matchup, I don't know. Jax might be the new Liu Kang of this patch, I have no idea. But I'ma just name it as it is. It's now up to the players at this point. Because the only pressure I can see where K2J might have an advantage over Jackie Briggs is his safety in confirm rate. Jax has a lot of safety and utility within his moves. Jackie kind of does the same thing. Okay, ripped. Okay. Oh no! Oh no! The drops are coming. Is it the nerves? No one knows.
Just put it on. Probably didn't have a defensive.
Yeah, true.
You could have just ended with an interact right in it. That would be some juicy
big damage. But the thing is, I think I was trying probably to cash out on his Eater Dams.
Yeah. I think I was trying to do the forward 3. Hit missiles. He was trying to get the crashing ball, but the input error. That's what happened.
The thing is,
but here's the thing: if if he plays the same Kira's gameplay that was he overextended there.
The thing
he overextended, but he had the fatal. He could have just spaced him out. That's the thing. Because both of them are on fatal because his 18 frames could have beat him.
There's some. Anytime you want, just verifying. 100 Thieves, I was asking if there's a limit to character change. We're like, nah. This is the COVID. This is the COVID session. This is days of slavery. Isn't it?
What's the score?
It's
6 starts at days of slavery.
Oh, 6 at 6.
It's certain. Days of slavery starts at 6.
Oh, at 6, that's when it's the days of slavery. So right now we're kind of still picking corn in the fields. It's not yet days of slavery. But Briggs doing work. 4-3 is the score. It's closer than I thought it would be.
Like you said, it's the Scarlet pick. I think you should just continue and at least maybe to seek him Because, like we said, he confirms.
Yeah.
I think he had the hit confirms. I think he lost one match he started.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me try mix it up. But it did not go into his favor.
Yeah.
The mix up with Jax because with the Giras, his neutral was good. He was down one and throwing. He was now blocking a lot. So Giras wants you to block. That's the problem with Giras. If you are blocking,
But the thing is though, right? So far, like I feel like maybe the first matches, maybe they were scared a bit. You know the deal. People were scared, nerves were in effect. That's all fair and fine. Now people seem kind of comfortable. The gameplay is still not going in everyone's favor because, of course, someone is trying to stop what you're trying to do. So it's really hard to gain that momentum back. But I feel with the down ones are coming out. But I feel like right now, oh my God! I feel like right now, at this point, it's anyone's game bar a counter pick, right? Anyone could win at this particular point. I can't call it. It's now who's playing around the corner.
Nice.
It's now who's playing around the corner. I like the use of Ripped as a raw overhead launcher. That's great. But can K2J keep it? I feel like
like I said, I think Jax has got more tools than Jack. Jack needs to get close.
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
no question.
yeah,
He needs
yeah.
to get. Because if he wants, he can just go full screen, then ground pound. Then if he jump, then shotgun.
Yeah.
Then what? Then he can hit him. If he's full screen will hit me, so then that's a 50-50. He hit his hands up 50-50 with the hit missile or ground pound or shotgun, whatever he picks. But also, does this one have back forward triangle?
Oh, which one's backward?
No. He can, actually, he's got backward.
Well, backward.
If you jump, he can do backward.
Yeah, backward 2, you're talking about the move that ends with the palm.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
with the
not
command
big,
grab.
but he's got a backward.
Yeah, so.
So
Well,
if he plays his cards right,
we shouldn't have done that. We could be paying dearly. No defensive bars available.
Filter
Ripped.
No, he escaped. Here's the thing. Actually, he launched it, then he escaped. If he hit Fatal Pro, it's gonna get it. That's 13 frames.
Yeah, it was on But anyway, 100 Thieves takes it. 4-4, man. 4-4.
Coming
It's
today's
real bad. No, the thing is though, not the funny thing about the set was before the set even began, K2J was like, please, tournament rules, no restarting mid-match. Fighter select is the only way, right? But now guys are rushing to the next match, to the next match, to the next match, to the next match.
salt.
Yeah,
It's
but
called salt.
the thing is,
strong.
that's
Red
all. Oh,
sprinkle
I
it.
can see Smooth Jarvis is sprinkling the salt right now. Because the thing is, they wanted the extra time to cool off. But with the way they're playing now, you can see it in their gameplay. There's a level of frustration where it's like, God damn it. God damn it. You know, when you lose to something, that previous round could have been K2J's round. But then, God damn it. You know what I mean? It just happens and then you're like... And then you go into the next match still carrying that stress, and then it carries over to the next match. But I love. Oh yes, there we go. You know what the nice thing is though? In Aftermath, Rip got buffed. Better scaling, better damage. She's very close to death. No, there were a few shields. If
Hit missile.
ooh, that was close. But the thing is though, that shows the ripped buff in effect. If Terrence or 100 Thieves missed one shield, he was dead off one ripped combo. So that should be like one of his main starters now. Yeah, hunker down can go. There we go. Barreto.
It confirmed.
It confirmed. Hey man, you have to. There we go.
Like I said, it's just the mix-up. I think it should go back.
I know you said it's 6 wins, but these are now the days of slavery. Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh my goodness, the money! We're holding on to it right here. Apparently, K2J just won a bet. $10. $10 won by K2J right now between him and King.
The momentum is shifted.
Ooh, I love the way as soon as he says the moment. Oh my goodness.
The way it started, right? Just hitting, throw it, you just mix up.
Yeah.
Right?
But like I was saying, it's with these types of characters, there's no escaping that pressure easily. You know, I was the one advocating that on Wake Up, you know, you don't need to respect. Like what? I love the way Terrence 100 Thieves is still doing it, but like most often than not on Wake Up, don't respect their pressure. Jump for a draw. Oh my goodness.
You know, if you got that,
Man, that would
jump
have been
into 2 into back 3.
that would have been the biggest punish. But it's one of those, most often than not, you can disrespect people's pressure. Just like that, caught and pressing buttons.
You know what you should have done? I was liking what you were saying. Down 1 into down 3. That's sort of keeping counter poke that. You should have done that.
Well, it's still close. It's not over yet. This round could be anyone's match. Days of slavery. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no! Oh no! Hey, can you see?
Yeah, right.
100 Thieves needs to confirm his shit. Confirm your shit, man, please. He could have lost. Literally one neutral duck was the end. He got the punish. He got the jump over the projectile. Why would you not confirm the hit after that? Bear in mind the string is relatively safe. Here we go.
He's been frustrated. He's been conditioned to come on. Oh,
I've noticed K2J gets stuck in the corner most often than not. He has to fight his way out. He's doing it now. That's all fair and fine. If I was 100 Thieves,
that 4-3 is really, really good. Once he puts you in the corner, because you don't
there's nothing you can do. But the thing is though, if 100 Thieves had strength in confirming, every combo, in my opinion, should end in dash punch. Get him closer to the corner.
Yeah,
Get him as close
we're
to
not seeing
the
enough dash punch.
We need to see too many dash punches. Because the thing is, K2J. There we go. K2J hasn't shown that he's ready to punish and duck the dash punch, right? So use it. Throw it out there. Push him to the corner. Get him as close to the corner as possible. Because those pressure situations that Jackie has are really hard to deal with. Unless if you're good at flawless blocking or some nonsense like that.
Can you flawless block?
Man, I don't even know how to block. Just in case anyone is wondering.
Your philosophy is
I don't
blocking
block.
is pointless. That's your philosophy, is it?
Why should I block? Hit me if you're gonna hit me. I'm not going to block. I'm never blocking in a game full of fires.
I remember you didn't take my advice. Guess what?
Yeah.
What do you do in the corner now?
Yeah.
Jump.
Jump
I said
all the time. Just jump. Don't block. Well, things are interesting now. I feel like the players have caught up to each other. I personally don't think a character switch is coming anytime soon, except towards the end.
Just too close.
The only thing, honestly, I can say about the set is that K2J is looking very strong. Like initially the Jackie Briggs pick, he couldn't handle it. But
Again!
Why is it that one?
I think we should just keep quiet till the game ends. I mean, just
Here we go. Okay.
Nigga wants to be up
Can it just be the soul tree like this? Is the soul
Believe
this
me,
bad?
but you want to hit him so hard.
Smooth is still sprinkling.
You want to hit him so hard, but
Yeah,
he's
man.
staying so close.
Like
I said, that's why I say Jess has got lots of tools, so you need to play all kinds
all
of
the tools.
gameplays.
You can't just do one thing, yeah, man.
Because if he was playing all kinds of gameplays, right, this would have been changed. He would have changed Jackie by now.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is tougher than I thought it would be. I'm not playing, but I feel like it's 6-4. It's days of slavery. Someone, it's not 6-4. All right. Yes. Okay. So 5-5. We've been corrected by the resident statsman, Emperor. Apparently. Oh, here we go. There we go.
He needs to get his foot.
Okay, there we go. No, that was the dash punch. Can you see what I was saying? Not ready to punish. At this point, I feel.
Oh yeah. At that point,
Days
he
of
was not
slavery.
supposed to jump. Because from what I've realized in the game, if you jump and you've got a high, it will catch you. Your
No.
feet like it's got like some weird hitbox.
But I'm gonna ask you one important question. Jax was about 2 to 3 dashes away, right, in terms of distance. Why was he jumping?
panicked.
What
But yeah.
projectile was he jumping from Jackie Briggs? But either way, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, is Shao Kahn. The thing is,
slave trade.
we've had matches, Geras versus Geras, New Era versus New Era. Those were majority of the sets. but we have played, like he's picked his Shao Kahn against me. Shao Kahn, all fair and fine, has got weaknesses. Too many highs, too many slow mids, etc. Taunts don't have meter burn options. They're too slow, right? But if Shao Kahn can get it, it's gonna be really
it's
good.
It's just gimmicks, right? Here, K2J is just hoping that that 100 Thieves hasn't gotten used to Shao Kahn. That's the hope. I think that's the only reason why he picked him.
Yeah. Oh, the new buffing effect. The Storm can cancel now. He can get better damage and he can actually mix it up with the grab. Now, the question is, oh no, it's fine. Hey, it's a reset, King. It's a reset. We can hear King claiming it's a drop. It's a what? It's a reset.
You know what?
It's a reset, man. Hey, it's a reset. It's a reset.
It's done. It's official.
It's official. It's a reset.
It's a reset. Don't fight it. It's a reset.
Here we go. Side switch. Now the thing is though, with the Stomp, all fair and fine, it may be unsafe, but it's giving Shao Kahn options that he never had before.
Basically, a set run into like
down
true.
one,
down three
to war. Yeah,
then I might go to meter bit. That is the mix-up.
Exactly.
So that's basically what it is.
Oh, this guy disrespect. Oh no, I can see what happened.
Only
He
that,
did
that Storm can go into a throw.
Yes.
If you don't know how to counter that,
It's an issue. One thing I like, K2J wanted to use the big boot for plus frames, but oh no. Okay, that's it then. I told you. The thing is,
but you know, you should have just thrown a spear there. I mean, step back and throw a spear. I think.
Do you really want to risk the startup of the spear toss against a dash punch full screen?
You get caught.
Oh, good. That's my only question. He may not have been ready to react.
Sometimes you need to put a little fear.
No, for sure, I hear you. But the thing is, hey man, when the scores are this close, I am not testing your reactions. I'm just gonna play to win. Cause you throw a spear too slow. Oh no, that should be a punish. There we go. Better. Is he loading it up? He's loading it up. Okay.
That could have low profile if he had waited.
Yeah, I feel like playing neutral against Jackie is tough, especially at this range. Shao Kahn has more options. The thing is,
the one thing that I want to I haven't seen not even one.
No, before this set happened, there were a lot of things. There were a lot of things being said. But now when the money is on the line, all of a sudden, things
I
change.
think we messed up making this video. I think it's just been a first to take salt match.
Salt match, no money involved. And I like the way at least he's taking the opportunity to try his best to space out. Because I feel like, there we go. Shao Kahn works better against faster characters. Jackie in this case being the faster character. Shao Kahn at least works better in situations whereby there's a lot of space between the two. His mid may be slow as hell, but the range is ridiculous.
Is he doing right that he wasn't doing with Jax and
slowing his gameplay down?
Gears.
The thing is with Jax, it's like, for example, Jax is his character. He loves Jax. Therefore, he's got a gameplay he wants to implement, which plays towards 100 Thieves' strengths. Point blank, mix. But then, oh no, hit confirm.
Nice. Don't overextend. Good.
Oh, it's now Combat League tactics.
What you thought was going to work is not working.
Meet up and right there. Nah, for sure. Sometimes you just have to do the
that was the
thing.
situation you're talking about.
You can't just throw the spear. The spear.
Nice see what you say.
She can punish it terribly, but the back throw into the corner at least guarantees positioning. But the thing is though,
who was this character?
This is not the type of character you bring out round one. The reason why I say that is you can get messed up. You have to understand how to defend against a player you're playing. Oh, that was a big
I feel like he's doing the right risk at the right time. If it doesn't pay off, it doesn't pay off. But right now, the Shao Kahn, everything that is doing, it's working. Like for Jax, sometimes he will not zone.
Oh, you got the fatal blow on the startup. Okay. Oh no. The thing is, I hear what you're saying, but the reason why he's making the right plays, or at least having the right reads, is because he understands that's death. He understands how Terrence, jump. There we go. He understands what 100 Thieves wants to do. That's why the Shao Kahn pick is now in better effect.
Like I said,
you
100 Thieves counter pick.
Yeah, you don't. I don't think you bring this out. You don't bring out a Shao Kahn match one. Unless if you're looking to rob someone in a short set. In a first to 10 Shao Kahn match 1, I don't think is a good idea. But anyway, the scores are still close. It's not over. I love the way he's disrespecting the plus frames. What's up? Is K2J delaying that much? Why is he being counter hit out of his own plus situation? That's the thing I don't understand. Yeah, true. I remember.
I don't know the frames.
It should be the big boots in this game are all roughly the same plus frame. So Sub-Zero's big boot, Shao Kahn's big boot, anyone else with a big boot, it's roughly the same. So if I'm correct, that big boot should be. Which one is that one? The one where he jumps? No, the jumping one, no, not those ones, because at least for him he gets options out of that. These big boots have no combos. But either way, at the very least, he should be plus 3. He should be plus 3 after the big boot, and he's getting down 1. That means he's going for some slow stuff. Very slow stuff. Oh no, that's a punish.
Can you see what he's doing? Like, when he gets close, he's using hammer to limit range.
Yeah.
Gets close, he still crouches, down 1, down 3.
Yeah.
Meaning that he's now just blocking. He's just counter picking everything.
Yeah.
So counter poking.
No, I hear you and I like that. He under. Everyone can see it. Yes, they are disrespecting the boot and they don't understand why. It's like plus frames don't matter. That's what I'm saying. At this point, it's no longer Shao Kahn versus Jackie. This is K2J versus 100 Thieves. Plus doesn't mean shit in this set right now. Plus 3, plus 6, it's all the same.
So we've left from damage to plus. It's not damage.
It's one of those.
They're out for blood now. At this point, they're out for blood.
I like the amplifier. He hadn't really brought out the low shot much. He brought it out for the kill. But my point is, in these long sets, you can have situations where plus, or should I say -2 is now +2. You know what I mean? People are now so deep in each other's heads. You can never really see what's happening.
Yeah. That's true.
Let's see. Now, the forward roll is a good idea. The forward roll is a good idea.
I don't think so.
Let me tell you why. If he gets knocked down in the corner again, the threat of forward roll is still there. 100 Thieves won't pressure. If he had forward roll there, he would have got.
I think if he just wake up into crouch, into down 3, that would have taken him. Because he knows he's going to stay dash forward. So if he moves, stand up, crouch, down.
Wait, hold on. Shao Kahn fatal blow available. NTA never happened. But I like it's done. 7-7.
Like
so,
this.
The prophecy is not in effect.
No,
you're fine. You're fine.
I need my money, bro.
Now I owe you money. Okay, people, I do not know. I don't owe anyone money. This guy is lying.
But there's your promise. I'll take that. Don't worry. It's enough.
Which promise? Yeah.
Charles, it's getting close. 4 years wasted. It's getting close.
It's 7-7. Here's how I'm breaking down the maths now. K2J lost. Whoever he picks now has 2 options. Either this is the character he's winning the whole set with, or he has one last pick left if he loses. So is Geras the right pick? If Geras loses now, that means he's switching it to Jax or Shao Kahn. Can Shao Kahn seal the deal? That's my point. For both of these characters, if Jackie Briggs loses horribly this match and maybe even the next, and it's 9-7, can Scarlet win 3 matches in a row? Can you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, looking at 100 Thieves' choices, of course he couldn't pick, he had no choice, he won. But now he has to win, because to be honest with you, I don't feel like Scarlet can bring it back 3 matches in a row if he does win. And then in this case for K2J, bringing out Geras now might not be the good idea. Because if Geras loses, Geras is a very momentum-heavy character in my opinion. He's strong, but you need to be in the opponent's head.
Yeah, true.
This was the time for Jax. You end it with the Geras. When all the chips are down and you understand what's beating you, Geras can do it.
Fist.
But if he can win from now to the end, then for sure he's got it. But it's tough times. It's tough times.
Oh yeah, we'll wake up, bro. Wake him.
I'm telling you, my man, never respect anyone's offense. Wake up, jump, wake up, forward throw. It's the cancer of the game. I've been preaching it. Days of slavery.
Screw your days of slavery.
Days of slavery. Right now, we don't even know who the true slave is. We don't know. There's no true slave. There is no slave master anymore. All we are saying is days of slavery.
We will end it when we see the first 10.
Yeah.
The number will determine who is the slave.
Oh no. I like the up 2 attempt though. It was just out of range. Okay, no, okay. He gets the pressure. That's negative. I wish that 100 Thieves could 1-2 that on punish. Because remember, we checked the frames. It should be -9. He can He can 1-2 punish that, but it's not.
Get off me.
Now that up 3 is deceptively bad. From my experience with Geras, that up 3 has very limited range.
Yeah, it does. Actually,
If
think it's not balanced for some characters.
Yeah, true. Some people's up 3s are okay.
For example, I'll give Jax.
Yeah.
That one. Right? If the up 3 is got lots of it, you think that you've made the gap and to just block. If you see an up 3 coming, just block.
There we go. He's using the
frames.
frames.
We're talking about
He's
momentum.
Momentum. This was saying this is what Geras does. He has to get into your head. His tools are not so great. But then his mind. Oh no! I feel like that's a Jackie problem. That combo worked against Scarlet. It's a Jackie issue. There we go. It's done. I'm calling it. It's over. It's done.
Come on.
I'm taking King's money and betting with it. I'm putting King's money on the table. It's over. It's over. Like that. 8-7.
Yeah, you're right.
But in my book, it's 10-7. That Geras play right there is lethal. Simple in the head. He's literally sleeping.
It's real.
I'm telling you, that's as good as someone sleeping in the same bed. More money is coming out. Right. Here we go. K2J getting rich today.
Come on.
Oh my goodness, but
yeah,
I almost forgot that there's some bigger money in it. So if K2J could win this set, not only does he win the money from King, he wins the money from me. So he's playing for quite a lot. This man is gonna enjoy his weekend. Here we go.
Get them, but I think that's what you've been drinking, eh?
It's a tough situation. But let me just talk with the resident stats man for a second. I know. Empire. 8. 18. Okay, then we still have to. Yeah. Just making sure. You never know.
But yeah, one problem is with she cannot mine fucking. That's the problem.
You think so?
No, because here's the thing with Geras right now, point blank right here.
Yeah.
If you miss that 4-3, he's gonna down 1, and if you're still blocking, I'm either gonna throw you or I'm gonna just do forward command.
Can I tell you? Can I just argue against that? Okay, good punish. My argument to you is that Jackie can be even more potent at getting into the opponent's head. The problem is 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves doesn't throw at all. How many Jackie Bricks throws have we seen? Very few. So if he was throwing more, the threat of 4-3-2 becomes very strong. But so long as you don't throw with these characters, you will never go far. So in this case, yes, Geras has a better chance of getting into the opponent's head. Here we go. Oh no, punish them! Oh!
That was dash punch. Back foot. That was dash punch.
This is it. This is the last guess. Bars are available. Okay. Wake up, jump. Wake up, jump. Okay. If I jumped, I was dead. But up 3 was an option though.
But yeah, it's a mid. You can jump over it. Up 3.
Yeah, you could have up 3.
But yeah, in the last round, like in the last seconds, yeah, I saw what you were saying. He was not throwing.
Yeah,
I think he was just too much safe. Like same.
Yeah, he's not trying to take risks. Okay, there we go. Oh no, he broke away. But the thing is though, throws are what he needs. It's a little bit, well, I can't say it's too late now. There we go. It may not be too late now, but throws are what he needs.
It's just a mind game. Like, am I playing safe or I'm just mixing?
Yeah, he's not taking advantage.
One thing that K2J is doing well right now, just taking this, and for some reason today it is working out. It's just working out.
There we go. There we go. Here we go. Oh. Fatal blow territory for Geras. Okay, no, it's fine. The command is in okay situation. Sand trap or button. Jumps in. Oh no, he could have sand trap that. It's fine. The command grab again.
Step back. No.
Fatal blow.
Fatal.
Okay.
Fatal.
Alright. Hit. It's coming in 3, 2. Oh, there we go. One last chance.
Oh, I didn't expect
The
that.
thing is, D2, how many times do we say you don't just walk against Geras? You just,
But
you don't.
like I said,
At
at
that-
that range, there was nothing you could do because he was running the risk. If he jumps, fatal blow.
No,
If he walks,
do not he
fatal.
could have done. He
But-
still had meter. You can walk and block at least one sand trap before you get on last breath. Walking was not gonna help. The best thing you could have done is dash punch. Punch would have beat the sand trap and it would have been beat by fatal blow, but it's better than just walking
yesterday,
forward.
I think, like we said, the mind game.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
it was in his mind. He was afraid. Like, what if I take the risk? Like we were talking about risk.
Yeah.
I think right there, maybe should have just taken the risk, but that right there in his head was like this: I cannot take the risk. Let me just move slowly. But
The thing
it
is,
didn't work
D2,
out.
let me bring it back from my perspective. He literally had 1 point of health left. What safety can save you from 1 point of health? Anything
Last
can
breath.
kill you.
He wasn't on last breath.
Oh, he wasn't on last breath. Oh my goodness. But that's my point. At certain thresholds of life, there's no point in not taking the risk. It's done. Like I said, it's over. At this point, from what I can see, I've seen the Geras play we've been developing. It's done. I don't think 100 Thieves is ready for this. Unless if he changes up the game plan, I feel like K2J has already won. This is now just...
The thing is that 100 Thieves has got a lot of characters in his bag. I think he should have just played them out.
Yeah, I feel like the Scarlet in the beginning should have been given a chance. Especially the in-between matches when there was a lot of jacks and a
Because
lot
he
of
was
jacking.
controlling
Yeah.
that thing was frustrating. Right now, here's the thing.
Just imagine if he had zoned him out for 3 or 4 more matches. How frustrated would K2J be right now? That could have affected his game.
yeah, it could have. Because now look, right now, every time quite into a down 4, into a down 3, or into a command grab.
Yeah.
So every time the problem with 100 Thieves is dashing forward into a block, what's Geras gonna do? He's just gonna throw you or command throw.
This is
Okay. You see?
here we go. So
But like you said, yeah.
I feel like it's done. In my
Jack is
opinion.
just the he confirms not working. This is mature audience.
This is mature
mature
audience.
audience.
Oh, there's that crap I was talking to you about. This game, when I want to break away, I never break away. Then one day our crouch blocking, all of a sudden you
Blackjack,
oh,
It's called the true gambling. You
It's
need
the
to
true
gamble.
gambling.
Who told you it was a 50-50? What gambling breakaways?
Here we go. So D2 at this point, who do you think is gonna win?
Oh, that's your.
Those are the situations you take the match away from him, man.
No. He had the life lead, so he should have just played safe 4-3.
Yeah, punish that. Because the problem is, oh, this is it. K2J is gonna bring it back. Watch this shit. Watch this shit. It's over. It's done. It's over. K2J is won. I can see it. 100 Thieves. Oh,
Yes.
100
Can't
Thieves.
refuse.
You can't get away. You can't get away. You can't get away with fatal blow like that so late into the set. That definitely needed to be punished. I'm disappointed. I'm very
You know, he could
disappointed.
have chipped there like back to fatal blow. That would have chipped him.
Man, oh man, it's cause of money. Wait, right now, wait. Do my eyes deceive me? Is it 9-8? Oh my goodness.
What we are at slave.
Oh, this is the slave trade. Now I'd market the slaves are lined up. The chains. There we go. There we
Nice.
go. Ooh! God
That
damn
was
it!
a big risk.
You know, I'm kind of scared right now.
But here's again, like within that momentum is still there for KJ. Anything can happen for him.
Yep. Ooh!
Where was this?
That's
Where
the thing.
was this?
D2, that the dash punches are only coming out now. How many matches later? And do not the sad thing is D2. I was scared. I was saying that the only way we could run out. This is it. You don't. No. It's fine. he could have still blocked. But anyway, my point is, in those situations after the command grab, if you get a jump in, a deep one like that, no down one will reach. He could have faked out the whiff punish. He could have, but
True.
yeah.
But then also again, there was enough space for him to step back.
Yeah.
Because again, this is not doing back foot.
Yeah, most definitely. I feel like
If
one
he was doing
thing.
enough forfeits just to mess up his manual to stop moving around.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
He's not doing enough moves.
There
He's
we
not
go.
doing enough moves to condition.
These are the last matches. Things are looking tough. I was scared of a 10-9, but a 10-9 is exactly what's gonna happen. Unless
At least
If
he's
Under Thieves
taking
can
this
do
right
something.
now. Okay,
Yeah.
he was taking it this day, but
it's too late now. It's too late now. The reason why I say as a player sometimes you have to take risk is because initially you have to feed information. There we go. You have to feed information. When they get scared of the risk taking, they'll start respecting things that you never use again. It might be too late.
Sand
But the
trap.
thing is, sand trap.
Sand trap.
I would have.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
a
have.
sand.
I would have. Oh, that was the time. Oh no!
You know what? He
No!
should
T2!
done 4-3 into-
T2, it's
into
over.
hammer.
He could no! Yes, the invincibility helped him.
Oh, you see?
The invincibility helped him. That was some tough
bruh.
shit. Wait, hold on. If K2J wins this round, it's done.
It's done. It's done. It's
Okay. For the sake of time, let's go K2J. Get him K2J. Don't listen to Smooth.
good there, bro. I'm the opposite. Underdog 100 is get this game. Don't get this game.
Nah, to be honest with you, the one I'm rooting for to win is Emperor, man.
Yeah.
I hope Emperor wins. He's been hitting. He's doing sets in the background. You can't see them, but I hope Emperor wins his set.
Is he
Oh,
the bracket master? I'm not the bracket master. He's the bracket master.
man, oh man, I'm hoping. Oh, okay. I don't know.
Okay, that's probably
I honestly don't know what Keith can do to bring this back. It's looking bad.
trade. Can they do it in 8 minutes? I mean, that was intense.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was tough.
intense. This is the final. Oh, Jet.
Which profile started the footage? Okay, make sure we say because last time that deleted. Okay. Final match. Hey,
Match points.
Don't press shit after the match.
No
Don't
PS
press
button,
shit.
that please. We do not want to be seeing blue screens on the last match.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Okay,
so,
D2.
back to back. Wasn't I right?
9-9.
Back to back.
9-9. I
What,
didn't
you
want
were
this.
like-
I was saying
You
10-5.
said 10-6
And the
or
way
7-6.
yeah, it's something like 10-5, 10-6 there. And the way it started, my predictions were going to come true. And then God
What-
knows
what
what
did you
happened.
smoke?
It was the Scarlet, in my opinion. If you stuck with it,
Yeah, I
maybe
think
my
he did
prediction
not
would have been true.
Too much faith in that
K2J
guy
didn't have many answers there.
Yeah,
he was
he
just
didn't have.
throwing out ideas and seeing what sticks.
because he couldn't tongue action, but that's
Yeah.
an overhead, so he had no choice. I think you know what you should have done in the start. You should have played Blood Drive, not the other, because Blood
Yeah.
Drive was conditioned from full screen.
Yeah.
Then if you stand up low,
Yeah, and the slow blood orb would have been a good thing. Well, he never picked. It's Jackie versus Keras for the last match.
Final
Final match. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's taking the money. I don't know who's taking the bitches. But let's see what's gonna happen.
Now it's time to count.
Sleep.
This match points. I'm just joking. That's no wasn't meant for you.
Nah, but it's been a interesting set, interesting experience. Judging by the history that they had, the shit that they were talking, to see them play like this, it's quite interesting.
inspiring.
Yeah, man. Because initially people were just talking crap. I didn't know how it was gonna go. I honestly thought it was gonna be a wash. Someone was gonna lose terribly. But guys are fighting hard. Oh, there we
man.
go. That tick throw setup.
Yeah.
Keras can get into your head real strong, man. Can you see what I was saying? After I jump in after command grab, there we go. I told you.
K2J shocked me.
If
Today
Keras-
is shocked.
If Keras can get the max
Yeah.
distance command grab and he jumps in, down one's miss. That's what I was talking about. He can whiff punish those situations.
Am I the
Man,
slave
oh
trade?
man, oh.
I-
The thing
I
is,
give him the
what's
right
gonna
now.
happen if K2J wins this shit, man?
Put your mind on the wall.
Hey, man. May I put the money on both of them? Whoever wins deserves it at this point.
Don't change your decision. It's
That's
too
what I'm
late.
saying. There's no, I just put the money between them, man. Whoever wins at this point deserves to win. It's been a long fight. It's been a long fight. No, it's fine. It's fine. If he's getting him jumping, more throws to come. Because 4-2. There we go. No punish. That tick throw. The tick throw is the
I'm happy
featuring.
that is coming out for
You remember
K2J,
back in the
bruh.
day, DJ Khaled used to feature in everyone's songs. That chick throw is featuring in this first two. It's done.
It's done.
It's done. Oh no. Okay. Ah! There we go. Slave trader.
And he is the slave master.
Let him save the
K2J.
footage. Good God.
The slave
Oh.
trade.
Oh
Congrats.
my goodness.
I'm sorry. 4 years. Again.
Listen
You
up.
wasted.
Listen
another
up.
4 years betting on the wrong.
55. Oh, we're just on time.
But yeah, this was a really nice first to 10. Bro.
Hold on. Before we end it, K2J,
Hey,
come here, man.
slave master. Hey,
Hey,
K2J.
Can you come here, man? Hey, come here, man.
Technically.
God damn it. Any last words as the winner of the money? I just want people to know. Sleep, oh.
People.
Oh. Get your money, ho. Always go straight to the strippers. Okay, any words, man?
I'd like to let you niggas know that I wasn't playing seriously, man. I just wanted this nigga to feel like he's a savage. Otherwise, I'm the savage in here.
Oh, you're the
bruh.
slave trader?
The last match, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck this shit.
Uh-huh.
In fact, the nigga bribed me, bro.
Okay,
He wanted me to lose.
a few matches. Make it seem closer than it was.
But then I was the real shit.
Uh,
I beat his ass
You-
with no condom,
no,
man.
hey. Good God.
It's
Ladies
a slave.
ladies and gentlemen,
He's a slave.
you heard it here first. I have nothing else to say. K2J is picking up the money and leaving.
Don't worry, guys. There will be a revenge match. Man.
Yeah.
It can end.
Well, I would like to thank Fiery D2 for helping me out, man. And I would like to thank myself for experiencing this shit.
I hope we'll be seeing more first to 10s. Okay.
It has
You know what?
to
I'm
happen.
putting my money on you.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
I'm putting my money on you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me
Next game you should play.
me versus what? Me versus.
You know what? We'll just do a ballot. Just shake
You
it
know
and
what,
see who you
D2?
fight.
You're talking shit, man. Let's save the footage. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.